What's good with y'all boys, man? KJ and this bitch going up all 2026. Ain't chasing no females, focused on getting rich. Y'all see the title, man. Title crazy as hell. Let's go ahead and get right to this video.
Kshorty has one of the darkest revenge stories coming out of Jacksonville drill history, starting off with him surviving a shooting that took the life of his girlfriend, then being exposed as gay for twerking, and the video getting millions of views before he decided to get revenge only months later, taking someone's life, throwing away his $1 million record deal, and essentially throwing away his life. Back in 2020, Kshorty survived a fatal shooting that took the life of his then girlfriend after the shooters believed Kshorty killed one of their brothers days before. And Nandi Weich was a 17-year-old high school cheerleader who was dropping off her then boyfriend Kshorty after a dinner date. But what she didn't know was how dangerous the 19-year-old was. Just 2 days before, Swift Jit from Double O, a rival gang, was shot multiple times outside of his house, dying.
Okay, that's fucked up. The girlfriend got shot. She was pretty as hell too. That's fucked up.
The next day, Kshorty's house was shot up. So Kshorty was alleged to have been involved in a murder at only 19 years old. The very next day, his house gets blazed, and for some reason the day after that, he thought it was safe to go on a date. So he went out with his girlfriend, not knowing the same shooters who shot his house up the day before would be sitting in a car waiting for him to get back. Spotting his girlfriend's new vehicle, they began shooting it up, immediately killing her while attempting to kill him. It was revenge for Swiftjit, and Kshorty's girlfriend paid the price. The following year, Kshorty would be exposed for twerking in a rival rap video that hit over 12 million views, and the embarrassment would allegedly be the motive behind him committing a triple shooting, killing a rival rapper, and going live on Instagram to brag about it. In 2021, Spinner Bands made drill history after dropping Who I Smoke. 58 million views, plenty of dead dissed. He had a target on his head and didn't give a fuck because 2 months later he dropped I Don't Smoke Kendre. In the video he'd say, Therese twerking in the bathroom, look y'all, he's so gay. He'd show an old video of Kshorty, whose real name is Therese Powell, in high school with his shirt tied up like the sissies off The Longest Yard. But this wasn't the only sus activity from Kshorty, and Spinner Bands was on a mission to expose it all. But this apparently lit a fire inside of Kshorty, and he was out for revenge. In September of 2021, just 4 months after being exposed, Kshorty would allegedly carry out an ambush-style attack alongside his co-defendant Zacoby Sykes, aka Tufo. They'd pull up in a black Range Rover, opening fire on a Dodge Charger parked outside of a gas station. Rival Jacksonville drill rapper Spinner Bands was driving, while his associates Greenlight and No Face were passengers. When shots rang out, Spin and Greenlight ran for cover inside of the gas station, while No Face was left lifeless after a bullet hit his head. The shooters sped off. Spinner Bands rushed his friend to the hospital, but No Face would be pronounced dead. And just recently, the state introduced new evidence where they're saying, look, he's guilty. Apparently, Kshorty and Tufo went live on Instagram 45 minutes after the triple shooting, bragging that they just caught 2 M's.
I was want to cap on my name like Shorty don't be out the roof. Say, right when I'm thinking I see the little nigga, damn, I don't be tripping on 4. Ain't the same little nigga that was smoking on 8 and had something to do with little bro. The same little nigga that said Therese was gay and had something to do with little bro. I been clutching. I do this shit like it's nothing. This nigga done crashed out. Drilling and rushing. Hop out the guy, he gushing. Let's see who bad now, nigga. Fuck boy. They put up on him. I ain't gonna lie, niggas roll the baseball bat though.
You know, told on himself.
I ain't gonna keep on these niggas that got the paw, man. Play golf with this bitch, whatever you want to do. Man, what's happening, nigga? Slow down. You had 1 million views on YouTube. What you gang, look how you feel. You didn't call it M, cuz.
Hey, bro, stop that shit, bro. Don't, hey.
How do it feel? How does it feel? Talk to the mic. Talk to the mic.
Hey, nah. Chill out. Hey, I'm finna come get all of them.
How does it feel, girl?
Y'all know y'all be quick to say, oh, niggas ain't, let me hit that.
We just hit 2 M's in one day. 2 M's, girl. 2 M's in a day.
In one day.
In one fucking day.
What else hit the M?
How you do that?
Fuck,
niggas ain't doing that.
Wait,
damn.
what else hit the M?
2 M's
What else
in
hit the
one
M?
day, man. Damn, like Gucci say, damn.
Now, the state is claiming an M stands for murder, the defense is claiming an M stands for 1 million views, and the state is firing back saying Kshorty went live just 45 minutes after the triple shooting that left No Face dead, and apparently it was rumored Spin had died too, so they were under the impression they killed 2 people. To back that claim, just 2 months after the shooting, Spinna Bands dropped a song titled Badass Day. He described the pain and guilt that forever scars him while giving small details into what took place. Taking a look at the chorus, Spin would say, rumors through my city say I'm dead, call the coroner. I hear shooting through my window, this a switch, this ain't normal. These lyrics would give context to rumors going through the city that Spin was killed, which could have been the reason Kshorty thought they caught 2 M's. Spin would also state he heard a switch, the rapid but inaccurate machine gun fire that essentially saved his life. Lyrics would continue on to caught 2 M's.
What saved his life?
Spin would also state he heard a switch, the rapid but inaccurate machine gun fire that essentially saved his life. Lyrics would continue on saying, I'm having a badass day. My mama said I should be happy, I could be, but I ain't. Ma, I'm trying to be, but they say my homie dead, he ain't make it. Ma, I tried to get him to the hospital to save him. How the fuck they say I don't love Xavier? Spin would be describing survivor's guilt and addressing how many accused him of leaving No Face, aka Xavier Mays,
that shit
for
traumatizing.
dead when he ran into the gas station. But Spin would refute these claims, saying he tried to get him to the hospital to save him, so how could they say he doesn't care? Now, this is one of the craziest curveballs I've ever heard in drill history. Kshorty, the alleged shooter, had his lawyer subpoena Spinna Bands, one of the 3 victims, so that Spin could testify in court that Kshorty didn't do it. This was an awkward attempt at trying to make his ops keep it real, but Spinna Bands would refuse to say anything at all. After being charged with murder, 2 attempted murders, and shooting or throwing missiles, Kshorty was looking like a Duval demon, but he'd Gucci Mane his career after it was exposed that he was snitching, full-blown cooperating against the same ops that he was trying to kill. Paperwork would drop showing Kshorty sat down with police and identified Rolling Ball by name and circling his picture as the one who shot him and killed his girlfriend. Ball would later be sentenced to life in Florida State Prison for murder, 5 attempted murders, 2 shootings, and weapons.
Oh shit. It's not funny, bro, cause nigga finna do life in jail, but they made bro cut that shit off. They made bro cut that shit off.
Showing Kshorty sat down with police and identified Rolling Ball by name and circling
that shit do look kind of stupid.
His picture as the one who shot him and killed his girlfriend. Ball would later be sentenced to life in Florida State Prison for murder, 5 attempted murders, 2 shootings, and weapons charges, all tied to trying to kill Kshorty. Already sentenced to 12 years on weapons charges, Kshorty still faces trial for his murder case, and with the amount of time that's passed, he has enemies that want him dead on the streets and enemies he put in prison that can't wait until he gets sentenced. But he's still never been charged for killing Swiftjit, even though his brother identified him as the shooter. Kshorty was close to signing a $2 million record deal, and instead of focusing on escaping the streets he came from, he dove head first, crashing out on Spinna Bands for calling him gay. He went live after a murder, literally rapped lyrics about being called gay, and stood on it like it was Get Back. The stupidest shit I've ever seen. He was 9 times out of 10 the closest his entire bloodline's ever been to being rich, and threw it all away just to not kill who he wanted and be facing forever.
That nigga got some hard ass songs too, that's crazy.
In prison. His final pretrial date is scheduled on April 30th, 2026, and following that will be his trial. Now, a lot of these gangs in Jacksonville are clicked up, and Kshorty is from 6 Block, the same hood as Julio Fulio. No Face, the man Kshorty allegedly killed, is from 1200, the same gang that would take the life of Julio Fulio. All of this shit comes back full circle. And I mean, if I'm being completely honest, no disrespect intended, not that I give a fuck either way, but I would expect you to crash out and throw it all away about your girlfriend that got killed in front of you. A shooting
that's
in
what
which
I've been
you
thinking the
got
whole
shot,
video.
and she died in the...
It seemed like bro I don't think that though. Like, I don't think that nigga crashed out because niggas called him gay. His girlfriend just got killed. So like, I'm pretty sure that's the reason he crashed out. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm assuming. I ain't finna say he ain't do that. You feel me? Cause bro making it seem like nigga just crashed out. He just crashed out because he was called gay. But I'm knowing bro had to crash out because they killed his girl.
Car next to you. But not that one. You crashed out after Spinner Bands called you gay, showed you with your shirt tied up, twerking, and pretending to do some other things. You crashed out over that situation and went after Spinner Bands, because I'm sure with 12 million views, that was even more embarrassing. Now your manhood was targeted and you gotta prove to everybody that you're this savage, you're not gay. I don't know if you are or you're not. But if you were, you could have just been yourself. And if you weren't, people write it off as, oh, he was in high school, he was just doing jokes, whatever. All right, well, that shit comes back to bite you in the ass, no pun intended, when you want to dive into the streets and be respected as a killer. So essentially, you set yourself up. You were being a kid, doing whatever you wanted to do, but then you wanted to jump into the streets. And when you jumped into the streets, people brought up the things you used to do. And now your pride and your ego got involved so bad that you allegedly went and committed a triple shooting, hit somebody in their head, and 45 minutes later got on live to talk about it, to brag about it, thinking you killed Spinner Benz. You even said on live, oh, what do you say? Tariq's gay, like, you know, you bragging that you got get back for them calling you gay. Completely washed whatever $2 million record deal you might have got. You're facing forever in prison. Almost everybody you know is dead. He's got Bibby tattooed on his neck. Fulio got killed. The whole 6 Block is basically gone. Even his enemies. You know, that's the thing. Like, when you go years down the line and drill, almost everyone either dies or goes to prison. The street conflict dies out because all the players aren't even there anymore. But where they are at is inside a prison, waiting for you to go to prison. As big as Florida is, it's the 3rd largest prison system in the US. It's not hard to find somebody. At every single compound, somebody's gonna be from Jacksonville. And the thing is, Rolling Ball, your enemy, who you said shot you, he's been in there for a minute. He's had time to get to know people. He's had time to build his face. And with that being said, if you hit the Department of Corrections, you can best believe they're most likely going to try to have a keep away order, especially if you tell them you need one. But the way Florida works, it's so easy for people to communicate to different prisons. Things get done. It's serious in there. He's going to go in there with a target on his back 100%. And the thing is, I didn't read any paperwork saying that Rolling Ball snitched. But we read paperwork saying Kshorty did, which means Kshorty's not going to be allowed to gangbang. Kshorty's not going to be in there claiming Cutthroat, which is the Jacksonville prison gang. He ain't going to be able to go in there and claim Cut. He ain't going to be able to go in there and claim 6 Block. There's no 6 Block in prison. The thing is, when you go to prison, if you're not joining the big gangs like Blood, fucking GD, King, Zoe, if you're not in a big gang like that, because the Crips don't have numbers, that's why they didn't get included, you're gonna be in like a neighborhood or a city gang, right? So Orlando, they'll stick together. Tampa, they'll stick together. Miami will stick together, but really Miami, Palm Beach, and Broward all click up together and call themselves down south. Jacksonville has the Cutthroats, which originated from New Orleans. With his history,
a lot of shit that I don't know about because I don't plan on going to jail.
And that's just something that he's gonna have to deal with. He's gonna have to live with. He's gonna have to crash. He's gonna have to go PC, whatever the situation is. That gangster shit doesn't stop when you go to prison. That's when it really starts, because why are you gonna stop following the rules once you've thrown your entire life away? That's not how it works. Now you get to sit and think about all the shit you was doing, all the things you were trying to prove. And not for nothing, whether he was gay or not, he's gonna see some gay gangsters in prison that take ass and take names and don't give a fuck and will hand you a knife and say, let's go knife for knife about that ass. Shit is crazy. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me.
That was a crazy ass video, gang. I ain't gonna fake it. RIP to everybody that died in this video. Shit. I wish bro was best of the luck. I don't think he crashed up because niggas called him gay. Or just waited to the right opportunity to get out with them niggas because they killed his girlfriend. Shit, I can't blame him for that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. KJ out this bitch going up all 2026. They test those females. Focus on getting rich.